Garissa land yewe inakuwa kama semi arid, kwa joto ni mpaka upande mamiti mbele ya nyumba yako kupata shade.
From the perspective of Garissa, which is an arid and semi-arid district, we have experienced a lot of problems which are associated with the climate change. We've been experiencing droughts, we've been experiencing floods, and all these come with a lot of loss in terms of livestock and other assets or infrastructure that is in place at the county level.
Walikuwa pastoralists zamani, mifugo nyingi ilikuwa na umuhimu because by that time watu walikuwa wachache, mifugo ilikuwa chache, overgrazing haikukuweko, mifugo ilikuwa hata kama hakuna mvua ile nyazi ilimea wakati ile nyingine ndio ilikuweko. Sasa hiyo hakuna. So by that time kuwa na mifugo nyingi ilikuwa mzuri na ulikuwa unaheshimika katika jamii. But nowadays iko ukame nyingi, watu wamekuwa nyingi, so mifugo nyingi kuweka ni ngumu. Hakuna pahali ya kulisha sasa. Kabla ya hapo watu walipoteza mifugo yao na hawakuwa wanajua watafanya kitu gani, wamefuzwa mambo ya mashamba. Unaweza kupata mtu bila mifugo, amepatiwa ujuzi mwingine ya kujitafutia pesa. So amerudi kwa shamba, anapanda tomato, watermelon, nini na nini. Kitu ile inaweza kuvunwa haraka, anapata pesa. Anaweza kupanda kama mahindi, hiyo ni chakula yake nyumbani anajiwekea. Mifugo zamani ilikuwa inakufa. Mtu alikuwa anachunga tu mpaka anaona ng'ombe zake imemalizika. Katika hiyo hali ya anga wanapatiwa. Mtu akiona tu ukame anakuja, anauza ng'ombe yake, anaweka account. Anaweza kufanya restocking. Baadaye wakati iko nini? Iko mvua.
I participate in developing environmental action plans, both at county level and at the national level. These environmental action plans are roadmaps or blueprints for environmental actions with regards to climate change. The institution I work for has participated at depth in developing the National Climate Change Response Strategy, which is basically a first-line policy document detailing how the government plans or intends to respond to the threats and the opportunities of climate change. What I have learned in the past 6 days has been an opportunity for me to stir up new thinking in the way that one, our communities have an inherent potential to build their own resilience towards any manner of threats, climate change included. And what we as the regulators or the policymakers or the government, what we need to do is to look more closer into what the communities are having in terms of knowledge, in terms of assets, and work from that point, because the ability to adapt is inherent down there, and the only gap is to exploit that ability.
There are a number of interventions that we have to undertake in order to ensure that the climate change does not adversely or negatively affect our livelihoods. Some of these interventions are like strengthening or improving the livelihood systems that we have at the moment, or getting into new supportive livelihood systems. For Garissa, pastoralism is the main livelihood system that we have. So it will mean like getting into better livelihood systems. If we find that livestock is the most affected, maybe we can go for breeds of livestock that can survive better with the ever-changing climate. The other way will be to get into other supportive activities like crop farming, doing a bit of business activities and trade that ensure that people are able to survive when the climate change affects their livelihood. In a new constitution dispensation, we have two levels of government, the national and the county government. The county government has a lot of opportunities for supporting climate change adaptation interventions at that level, because one of it could be in terms of real interventions undertaken by the various ministries according to the mandates that it has been given, and the other could be in form of laws that could be passed by the county assembly. These laws then would facilitate the implementation and structures that are supposed to be put in place to support climate change. Through the Ministry of Planning, we are continuously doing community-based planning with the people. Participatory scenario planning is actually a form of community-based and participatory kind of planning process that which now really produces direct interventions that are going to support adaptive interventions at the community level. Because the advisories that are produced as a result of analyzing the weather situation or utilizing the weather information actually in direct touch on those areas that they need to be improved or those opportunities that are there and that people need to get to take advantage of.
Zamani watu walikuwa wanafuata mifugo tu, walikuwa huko watu wachache ndio walikuwa wanapelekanga watoto wao shule. Siku hizi watoto wote at least 70-80% watoto wanaenda shule. Sasa hii sisi tunajiitanga agro-pastoralists because tumeingia kwa farming na bandi tuko na mifugo.
This intervention has been implemented by Help and Care in Garissa County, and it is in the process of implementation. And according to the experience that I got from it, I think it's an innovative way and a very good approach that which needs to be scaled up so that climate change does not really adversely affect the livelihoods of the people in Garissa County and perhaps other areas and any other areas in Kenya.
My wish is to influence planning processes so that this kind of interpretation of this data happens everywhere. So this model that is happening in Garissa can go across the country so that every farming community, whenever it is their time for planning, they are empowered so that we stop these major losses that we know our farmers suffer because of uninformed decision-making processes.